So if you're wondering how the kite is made, this is the trailing edge of the kite, and this is the back attachment of the kite. So they call it like this is the back of the kite, where the back line is going to be attached, and then this is the front line, the front line when it's being attached on the front line. And some of the kites have like bridle that coming out. This is like a freestyle machine kite, which is have 5 line attachment. So this is a 5 kites, so different setup. And so we have an extra line in the middle is the 5 line. Then here's like a C-shaped kite. They call it a C shape because literally it's carving like a C from this start to that end. Right? The arc of the kite is like a C. Okay, it's a continuous round. This kite's pretty round. It's pretty round, and this is a previous design. They were making pretty round kites. This is especially like for freestyle or free riding kites. And yeah, you can see it's a freestyle. This is an 11 meter. The brand is Switch Kites. We have this material here, which is the reinforced. This material is like a little bit more light, but if you see the 2 line right there on the square, called double wrist stop, and also here's double wrist stop, but a little bit more strong. Here then you have the velcro, which is more strong. You can see it's like a thick material. That's to avoid the kites to be damaged very easily. And then also this to prevent stabilize the canopy around this area, and also bring more durability. So all this is for durability. These have to be lighter for durability. Around how you have like, you know, where the strut is attached, then you have this really thick material in the hands, which is the pretty much similar material to this, but a little bit more strong, a little bit more thick, a little bit much heavier, but so like avoids any scratch going through the kite, especially around this area with like many times I end up to touching the ground or be exposed to more things. Here called bumpers is on the kite. The bumpers right here also to protect the kites on the impact, especially like this. And that's how we're looking like the leading edge. These struts inside they have called bladder, which get filled up with air. Without the bladder it won't hold any air. The bladder is separate from the material, it just be inserted, and then the valves, these valves called one pump system, and go through to the main leading edge, where the air get pumped out by the hole and it goes through like an octopus, like everywhere. The material here being the leading edge, and the strut you can see is pretty strong and a little bit different from that. Definitely material. Then the kite gets stitched, right? The kite gets stitched pretty well. You have this kind of different stitch, but triple stitch going through up and down, very tight. And then this one is like a straight to close. So we'll check the light. You can see different kind of like this. It's very like you can see here. It can be stitched like that, and here's different. And some on the leading edge also can be different. But this is so cool. Everything is being stitched so well. Always like this is very strong. And where's the other stitch? You can see nothing at all. Oh, here's a little bit different. Okay, this is just one loop like this to avoid the kites to have 2. Like also here. Okay, this is 3. Avoid to have too many holes and make the kite weak. is great. Like I see, when it's coming nice and new, this is literally coming new. It's really like wax coated, the material coated, and it got nice, brand nice design. Kite must be pumped really strong. You can see I'm squeezing it like that, and this is nice. You got it open here in case you need to remove the valves. I can remove the bladder inside the leading edge strut. This is also the kite struts. We have a few struts here, you can see. At the end is the main struts. These are the valves that switch use for the 2018. 2020 a little bit different, but it worked pretty much the same. You got a holes in there, and they are going down inside, and there is a valve that stop the air but automatically to come out. So this is just to close that's just the valve in there, automatically stop the air to come out. So then we close these now to avoid any interference with that valves and anything's going inside. Also to protect the valves and the kite, we just close this one, you know, so it doesn't touch any hard plastic like that. These are the things that will need to be closed when it doesn't need, but it is important to have this one so that it closes the valves on the leading edge. In case you have like a little pinch that will deflate the kite, because the air will escape from that pinch, like anything in sand, the shell, and that's why they put this one. So if it's one of these struts lose air, the kite will still fly. Then you come back to the beach, you will notice. But the main struts that keep reading the kite together is the leading edge, that one, like this, all together. And then because the air go through the kites here, then you know you don't want unnecessary air come out. Really, it doesn't happen when it's new, but like over time it could happen, like you use, and like a little strut here could lose air, and then like your kite doesn't fly anymore, and then will close. So it's just nice. It's important also to have this one, just to, you know, make sure. And the struts, this is just the hand of the kite, which can be part of the struts, is a part of the leading edge struts. Then you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Many kites have 3 and many kites have 5, depend. And a high aspect ratio kite, which make the kite really long, okay, and less thick, okay, just because this is sea kites, usually they have 5 struts. If the kite is less long, more compact, a little bit higher, start to get higher on the center like this, and called low aspect ratio. High aspect ratio is long compared to this and the length of the kite. The low aspect ratio is more compact and usually have 3 struts, doesn't need 5 struts. Some of the kite also even low aspect ratio, they put 5 struts. Some have only 1 strut, they call like a solo, to make it even lighter. Some of the kite have no struts. Some of the design and other kite have no one these struts, just the leading edge like this. And usually they call solo or uno or whatever they want to call it. And using it for really light winds or doing foil, kind of like that. And yeah, it's just it becomes just like a canopy like this. Personally, I like kite with the struts, okay, because it's much stable, really much stable, and more fun to use. Then you have the pump here. The pump is very easy to use, just a pump and you get the air. Then you have the valves here. This is attachment and this is attachment. They're also kind of different attachment, like I said before. I really like this kite. This kite is for people that are a little bit more advanced in kiteboarding or intermediate. They want to be in a sea kite and do like freestyle kite like this. But honestly, back in the day, there used to be many more sea kites. And when I start, there were like choice that usually you get like a sea kite. Then soon the bow kites coming out. A lot of people start to using like hybrids, bow kite, whatever they call it. Is high aspect ratio kite, low aspect ratio kites with definitely very different design, how they fly better, more inside the wind windows, outside the wind windows, easy to recover. This kite, must say, is a power machine. They don't have a lot of range, which doesn't go like so. They're only very good in certain condition of winds. And then you, for example, if you have 11 meters, you maybe I use like an 8 meters after that. So other kite, they have a big range of kite, big range of I can use in the winds. But also some that are all-terrain kites, they have like more variety or use for the kites. They can be used in a wave, you can be using beginners, you can use much easier to relaunch. Yeah, because this kite is a little bit shaped like a seashell, it's hard to relaunch, but it really come like with a skill to relaunch this kite will become like easy. I don't find it so difficult to relaunch, but some other kites that really have how to relaunch, because these kites have 5 line will definitely have less ability for an easy relaunch or an how to relaunch. You have really to use the line and your skill to have a quick relaunch and a good relaunch. Yeah, looking around, very strong kite, you know, and very durable. This kite is a model from like, which model is that? 3 years ago, 2017 come out. I think so, 2017. Yeah, but it's pretty nice kite. I like it. I'm excited because I started kiteboarding 15 years ago, and we used to have a kite like this, and so it's nice to have a kite like this to use. Personally, I like more different kind of kites, like a wave kites or all-terrain kites. Much better, friendly to use, and that's much better. But when I'm flying this one, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it always to have like a sea kite on my quiver. Cool. They are not doing this kite anymore, so it's nice to have it. I think this was the last I could buy because it's 2017, and they have to the market because the new kites already in, so it's still new. It's pretty cool, 2020, and having this kite here, it's pretty cool. I like it because they're really good kite, still good kite, and performance is good. Nice. I can't wait to get it out on this 11 meters. Thank you. This is Francesco from Tropical Surf House, Okinawa. This is Zaira, my van, and I want to go snorkeling because there's no wind. Let's go some spear fishing. Ciao. See you on next video.